So thank y'all for joining us today for DFW SEM. Y'all are going to learn a lot today from Tim, but before we start off, I want to introduce you to members of the board. So this organization wouldn't be running without the volunteer participation of a lot of different people, including Treasurer Bart Peters, our Secretary Jenna Williams, who will be live tweeting this tonight, our VP of State of Search and Hospitality, Chris O'Connor, our VP of Membership, Kevin, our VP of Sponsorship, Jordan Pearson, our VP of Communications, Casey, and our board member at large, Tim Shane. I also think that I left off our treasurer, Bart Peters. And if I said him, then he's worth saying twice. Former president gets that perk. So if y'all want to help make DFW SEM the great organization that it is today, go ahead and let us know. We'd love for you to participate on a committee, whether it's making state of search happen, or whether it's communicating out emails. You let us know what you want to do and we will put you to work. And then a big thank you to City Central, who sponsors our meetings. If you're looking for a great co-working space, we would highly recommend City Central, and members of DFW SEM actually get a discount on co-working spaces. So check them out. State of Search is right around the corner. We just closed speaker pitches and we are in the process of finalizing our speaker list. So stay tuned for information about that, but it's definitely a don't want to miss conference this year. If you haven't already, you need to get your tickets online because ticket prices are only going to go up. So get them while they're hot, and we'll be in Richardson this year. And members always save more at State of Search. So if you're interested in membership or renewing your membership, talk to Kevin Adams, who's our VP of Membership. And then if you've got a job, we're resurrecting the job postings. So let us know, send us your job description, and we'd be happy to put it on the website and post it on social for you. Coming up in June, goodness gracious, y'all. It's Wednesday, but it feels like a Monday. In June, we're going to have Chris Silversmith talking about Twitter and SEO. And then in July, we're going to have Tatiana coming in to talk about the secrets to a powerful brand from a creative perspective. And with that, I will hand it over to Tim. The State of Search is happening October 24th and 25th.
Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to know. I didn't hear that. I was like, what is it? I want to go. Now it's during Halloween time, so I'll come in a mask. So that'll be it. So I'm here to talk about YouTube, about hacks, about things you can do to improve your business. The cool thing about using YouTube for me, I found out there's an algorithm that I was able to find out. I'm one of a few people probably in the country that knows this algorithm, but I'm able to take videos and rank them on page 1 of Google or page 2 of Google, generally for the most part for competitive keywords. So for instance, as you're looking at the screen and you see my big mug right there, but the keyword search are best speaker DFW SEM. And I created that 9 hours ago. 9 hours. And it actually took me a few hours to get it on page 1. Oh, is that the only one I'm ranking for? I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm also on YouTube for the same search term, and you can see my picture right there on the top of the page. Speaker DFW SEM, without even putting the word best in there, I took that word out and just put DFW SEM or Speaker DFW, page 1 again. Best Speaker North Dallas, page 1. Best Promotional Marketer. If you scroll down a little bit, on YouTube, you'll find me, but I'm not going to keep scrolling down forever. Oh, I didn't make it. I'm gone. Best marketing speaker, North Dallas, page 1. And these literally, I mean, you see like 9 minutes ago that when I originally posted the video, it said 9 minutes. It took me that long to rank on page 1. And I have a few more. I can keep going on and on about me. But again, the circle of Tim, it gets boring. Let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about how to make your business a lot better with some hacks and stuff. So I did a slideshow presentation. Let me get it ready for you guys and start here. But my software for to do slides fell off the wayside. So I'm having to use Google Slides, so it's going to be a little laborious, but we're going to get through this. So YouTube tricks that David Blaine didn't know or doesn't know, or Amber Heard, or Dennis Rodman. I know the laughs are allowed in this. So most of this presentation I'm going to be sharing with you guys is related to YouTube and SEO, because otherwise, what's the point if you don't get found? People will, they'll use YouTube for certain things, but for me, using YouTube is to get you found online. That's what it's all about, and there's SEO value in that. So on occasion, I'm going to go off subject about YouTube and talk a little bit more about SEO, but what that will do for you is, again, increase your presence. That's what we want. We want to increase your presence online. So I've got some really cool hacks about that. I've also got some methods and stuff I'm going to share with you guys. And I think in my presentation, I've got a really gold nugget gem to share with y'all. One of the first things I wanted to talk about that was on the website for DFW SEM is like stealing your competitors' YouTube keywords, because it's like why they rank it, how they rank it, what are they doing to rank, and it's like, well, they're doing all the work. I can use their keywords. They don't own that. They don't own phrases. So this free tool called vidIQ, VIDIQ, will do this for you. And I'm going to show you an example. So I typed in a search term, insurance in Dallas. And so I stopped the video. The guy was talking, I stopped the video. But if you look at, and this is a free download, by the way, and you'll see vidIQ right on the far right. And you can maybe barely see my mouse, but you see vidIQ. It's a free tool. That's what's really wondrous about this. So the overview they get for their SEO search term for this, or their SEO value, is 33.5 out of 100. And they got 2,300 views, and I don't really care about the length. But as I scroll down, and you see the overview right there, this is the thumbnail. Then you see social. It ranks you. It tells you what you're doing socially for this. If you're using it in your Twitter and Facebook feeds and whatnot to show your value. They're obviously on YouTube, so they got 100%. But there's other social media sites like Twitter and other sites that you can use to help you boost the rankings for your video. As we scroll down, and this is really cool to me. So it says SEO. As my mouse is over it, it's like it's giving you scores: 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. So they're optimizing the way the SEO value they like having. There's like a 15 out of 20%. This little 242 is the DFW. I'm sorry. It's the word count. So they're actually in the word count. They give you stats. I'm going to tell you the secret sauce here in a minute. The video optimization checklist. This is part of the secret sauce on vidIQ that they give you for free. They give you, so you get check marks. You do the title correctly with the word count, tags, description, cards, end screens. This guy's going to almost all the way through check through. I can tell you right now, though, let me tell you about tags real quick. Google and YouTube disavow tags. They don't use tags anymore in their videos. You can, they have a tag section, but you can go online and go like, are tags valuable in YouTube searches? Absolutely not. It matters not anymore. So that it just is. But there's still ways to optimize it without using tags. You can see what the channel, he's got 1.6 million people in the channel. But again, here's the secret sauce. This is what's going to help you steal the competitors' keywords. You see these little blue marks that are on the side here, and you'll see numbers next to them. Those blue marks are where they're ranking on YouTube. You can steal those keywords and use it for your own value. I shouldn't say steal, but I mean it. Steal the keywords. They don't own it. These other ones that they're saying like insurance, too broad a term. And you can't rank for things like that. If you type in insurance or auto insurance, that's too specific a search term. But something you put in there like best auto insurance. Okay, he's ranking number 23 for that. Number 1 he's ranking for is best car insurance in Texas. That's a keyword search term I can take for myself, add some more keywords that are related to this, and overtake them perhaps. But I'll certainly rank for it. And he might be ranking on Google for it too. Part of the reason I like using YouTube optimization and SEO and stuff, because I got a chance to rank on YouTube and Google, or vice versa. So if I'm talking to a potential client, I do a proof of concept. I'm taking keywords out of something like this, getting them ranked. So let's say I have a I'm supposed to meet a potential client the next day. So in less than 24 hours, and you saw some of the times I had like 9 hours, 11 hours, in less than 24 hours, I'm ranking on page 1 of Google, even 1 in 9 minutes for a competitive search term. So by doing that, I'm doing a proof of concept. And having a proof of concept is what's going to give you value in front of everybody else. There's a lot of people that do SEO in different ways. A lot of them are right, some of them are wrong. I just like YouTube because it gives me a chance to rank faster and quicker than everybody else. And they stick. If you know how to do it correctly, those videos will stick on page 1. And I'm going to kind of show you a little method about how to make that stick. I've got a client that's still since 2014, still on page 1 of Google for a simple video, nothing complicated, still page 1. I do some backlinking. That's the main thing I'm doing. I'm backlinking to that video. But again, by taking these blue marks and incorporating them in your videos, then you're going to get to rank. Now, it says video tags. I'm going to tell you how to cheat the system now. Again, Google doesn't care for tags, but they care for your SEO words in the description. Put the SEO keywords in the description, not the tag section, because they could give a fig. Because that's what they see. Chris is over there. She's like, light bulb went off. Yeah, light bulb went off. It's not. Yeah, it's not. And you know, a lot of people going, well, tags matter. They don't matter. I'm sorry, I'm belating this, but again, so it says tags. We use those as your keywords in your description section, and use them also when writing your titles. When you're making your YouTube titles, you know, like best insurance in Texas. My gosh, put that in your title. And maybe there's another keyword you can use, like something shorter or something, because you only have like 65 characters, including spaces, in order to optimize your video title. So do that. And I'm pretty sure you're going to rank for something. Don't just use one keyword, though, because you pretty much shot yourself in the foot. I'll run over you if you want to use one keyword. Use several keywords in your description and also in your title, up to 70 characters in that, again, including spaces. That's going to help you rank online. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Right, Casey? He's Mr. Excitement back there. By the way, Casey went out for the Abominable Snowman auditions in Texas, and he didn't make it. So I'm sorry, Casey. I'll hook you up next time. So I told you I was going to do this. So anyway, that's how you spawn your competitors' keywords. There's other ways to do that. You can go to Google, take their URL, go to Google, and you have to go through a lot of minutia for that. Internet problems. So anyway, what I was going to share with you guys is my 5-minute SEO hack. I share this with all groups I come to, whether you're beginner or advanced, you're going to learn something from this. So I'll open up a new tab. I'm going to type in
Best digital marketing conference.
Okay, best digital marketing. And real quick, before I go on further, as you see the drop down, you'll see best digital marketing certification. This is part of the 5-minute SEO trick. Best digital marketing certification, courses, agencies, books, campaigns, conferences 2022. Let me tell you, use those drop downs as part of your keyword searches. One is this. This is almost a guaranteed page one placement almost every time. Best digital marketing conferences 2022. Put the year in there and on your search. Put the year in there, and because not everybody does that. Now, what value will you get from it? People are going to look for that, but the main value you're going to get from some of these lower end keyword searches is that you're going to get SEO value. You're going to get backlink value from Google. So I'll go into that a little bit more, but these are all keywords you can use for your content. You can use it in your videos. You can use it for your blog post. You can use it, again, it's a keyword, so use it. So let's just go ahead. Let's go down to 2022. Part of the search is, if it comes up on this, it probably won't. Okay, I'll show you something else about it though. So related searches. A lot of people don't use these keywords at the very bottom of the screen. And a lot of SEO people know this, but a lot don't. So I'm not speaking to the experts. I'm speaking to the mid-range people or beginner people. So use your related searches for this, because what it'll do, it'll give you other keywords you can use for your search. That you can use for your videos. You can put in your content. So you'll see Top Marketing Conference 2022, Social Media Marketing Conference 2022, Digital Marketing Events. Now, see, I might not have thought of that until I found it here. So I can use Digital Marketing Events 2022, just using the year. But let me take out the year. Let me just go to conferences, see what happens. You see the keyword searches change. Click that. There's another little trick, and it doesn't always happen on this. So I'm going to have to change this search. I'm going to change it to like best. No, I'm not going to use best. I'm going to type in insurance agent, misspelled. Here's the one this is the gold mine that people don't use at all. It's people also ask. So the drop down is important because it's telling the current search terms right now as it's going on, that you can use again for your YouTube videos or for blogging, whatever. Then you go to the bottom, what are related search terms? But here's a section that nobody uses. It's people also ask. Oh my God, Google's again giving it to you. So what do insurance agents do? So I make it a video with that title in my description. And so what do insurance agents do? Well, I'm Tim. I'm with Chris. We're terrible insurance agents. What we do is nothing. We play tiddlywinks all day long and drink beer. That's what we do. And it's fun to do that. That's how you rock. That's what insurance agents do. Are insurance agents making money? Obviously, that's somebody looking for a job being an insurance agent. So I've got an agency, and yeah, insurance agents do make money. $5 an hour plus tips. And if they want to work late nights, they can work at the men's bar or something like that. You know what I mean? What does insurance agent mean? I mean, some things are obvious, like what does insurance agent mean? But people are searching for that. Use that in your YouTube stuff. Holy cow. So like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay if it doesn't. You just find something else related to it. But to me, it's different. Now you're seeing on my far right, I got something called Keyword Surfer. It gives me keyword ideas, and it tells me the similarity from what I'm searching for to the volume. Google really doesn't show volume anymore, unless you have a tool like this, Keyword Surfer. So it's telling me if I just type insurance, I don't like the narrow things. I look for something like this, insurance company near me. By the way, the search term near me, this is super gold nugget information right now. The date or the year is big time, and then insurance company near me or whatever business you do. Tiddlywinks near me, drinking beer. Nobody's looking for that, but that's going to get you found on page one. Farmers insurance agents near me, 14,800. Insurance company near me, 33,100. Near me is such a valuable search term on the end of whatever you're typing in that makes sense. It's that again, you're practically living in a gold mine at that point. Practically, not always. I point my finger to the president. That'll teach her. So that's how you do this little 5-minute SEO trick. You just, again, the latent search terms or related search terms in the drop down. Take that. What works for you? Go to the bottom of the page, the keywords, and then go to the middle of the page, or go to the middle before you go to the bottom. And people also ask. I'm surprised at how many so-called, and I get enemies for this, so-called SEO experts don't use that. They don't. They'll give you the real basics. I'm telling you the real deal here. This will get you found, and you'll make money. Your company will make money. I'll make money because you're going to hire me. Well, maybe not. So that's how it fits in with optimizing YouTube videos. People also ask the related search terms and then the latent search terms that are coming up. Now, some content ideas and keyword hacks, and y'all want to hear about some hacks, so I'm going to share that with you guys. So one of the hacks, it's not really a hack, but it's a really cool website. It's called Answer the Public. They have a free version. On the free version, you get 2 searches for free per day. But the litany of information you will get will last for months. So I've got the website pulled up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is it. They call it Answer the Public. And there's new searches, learn features as you look at the top of the page. Discover what people are asking about. And let's just type up digital conference. Or that's an E, isn't it? Conference, yeah. Something like that. Click search. And they do have, you'll see something on the top right that says upgrade to pro. So there's no results for it, so I wasted one. That's great. I'm going to find another search. I'm just a type of insurance agent. Insurance agent. This is the cool part now. So you see it's working. It's got the 3 little dots working right there. It's gathering data. It's going to probably take a minute or 2. So what it's going to look like, it's going to have a big old circle. And in the big old circle, it's going to say who, where, when, why, and how. And in that who, where, there we go. So I'll give you some examples. How. So right over here is how. It's how insurance agents become successful, how insurance agents commission. Here's R. Is it cheaper to go through an insurance agent? Is it worth having an insurance agent? What are life insurance agents? So it's giving you what people are looking for and what they're asking online. Use that in your YouTube videos, for goodness sake. And so it's hi, our, will, what, when, where, which, why, who, can. But let's go down a little bit more. And look at all those subject matters. Those will all become individual videos at that moment. But let's go down. Here's the prepositions, 56 prepositions based on the word insurance agent. More content. Insurance without agent, insurance agent without college degree, insurance agent near Seabrook. I don't care about that. But you can see life insurance without agent, search terms people are looking for. Holy cow. So what is this? Prepositions? Let's go one more. Comparisons. A lot of people just stop at the top. They won't go further. They think they get all what they want at the very top of the page. Scroll down a little bit more and you'll get more. So here's more. 34 comparisons. And it starts, you see the numbers start to drop. On the, it was 55 last time, here's a 34. Insurance agent and broker, insurance agents and income, insurance agent and sales. Again, giving you more work to more stuff to work with. And then it comes under alphabetical. So under the A, it's giving you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the alphabet. All of these are things you can do to make videos with. Every single one of them. Now, I'm going to show you some web making tools, video making tools rather, and they'll help you. You just paste this stuff in. It'll help you draw some things up. But anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Answer the Public. Answer the Public. Get 2 free versions a day. They also have a download CSV on the top right, so you can download all this information. And then get your helper to do it, your secretary, or get Chris O'Connor to do it. She'd be glad to. She'd be more than happy, and Casey can follow in her footsteps of that one. because he needs work also, right? Right, Casey? Thank you for the noise you're making back there. Very cool, though. The answer to the public is super thin. Now, there's another tool called Uber Suggest. On Uber Suggest, it's a Google competitive tool made by Neil Patel. Now, experienced SEO people, they have their thoughts about Neil Patel, good or bad. I happen to like him. I think he gives really good information. But there's some people that think he's full of BS, and I get that. Let me pull it up and let you guys see it. So it's a free keyword search tool, and you can generate more suggestions. Let me click onto that. So they have pricing, the tools, consulting, contact. Of course, he's going to try to sell you, but you can put your keyword in here, and then it'll give you or your URL for your business. Domain overview, top SEO pages, keyword suggestions, which is my favorite part. Content ideas, in case you can't come up with some. Backlink data, muy importante to have backlinks. So let me just put in a search summary. Let me go back to insurance. Here we go. Well, that's happening when we do that. Here we go. On the left-hand side, you'll see like rank tracking, site audits, code extension. They'll have a pop-up that says for your account, keyword overview, keyword list, which is a brand new thing that they're doing, traffic, backlinks. Get a 7-day free trial to unlock all the data, which is a heck of a deal. 7 days for free to get as much as you can out there and get your workers to work 24/7. So insurance agent, the search volume is 60,000, SEO difficulty 39, paid difficulties 8, cost per click $13. Yeesh, a little steep for me. But here's a list of keywords telling you the volume, the cost per click, paid, and then the SD. I don't know what that is, but it's also saying these are suggestions. Here's what's related. Here are the questions. Here are the prepositions. Here are the comparisons. Basically, they're using answer the public the same way. But you get these really cool keywords to use for your business, and then the content ideas. And there's none for this one. But again, Uber Suggest. I would suggest using this because you'll also get a bar on your far right end of the page, and it'll tell you what volume is. I don't want to rank a keyword if I don't know what the volume is, because I might, this is a juicy keyword and it's got 0 volume. Hokey smokes, what a waste of time. But by using something that gives me some numbers, I'd say, okay, great. That makes sense then. That makes sense for worldwide. It makes sense for local. It makes sense for everything when I see numbers. So again, Uber Suggest, I would certainly say for 7 days for free to check it out. Do it. Let me go to price, plans and pricing. He's running a deal right now of like 90% off. Individual, you get 7-day free trial. Manage 1 to 3 websites with this for $29 a month. Not bad. And then they have business and enterprise. And I want to work with Casey because I know he's enterprise money, so he'll help a brother out. Won't you, Casey? Yeah. All right. Need ideas for your videos. So I didn't have time to really put the websites for this, but need ideas for your videos. Go to phrasegenerator.com/headlines, phrasegenerator.com/headlines. And there's a company in Austin called Sumo, and they have sumo.com/kickass headline generator. I love Sumo. Big fan of Sumo. Phrase generator, sumo.com, kickass headline generator. And then, whoops. And the one that's, it's a little complicated, but it's titlegenerator.com. You can actually just go onto Google and type of, headline generators, or, I like the people that I like the generators that get people's attention. So that's what I like doing. I want people to pay attention to what I'm posting. I don't want the same bland, boring stuff that everybody else is getting. I want something else that'll stick out. But again, phrase generator, sumo.com, kickass headline generator, and title generator. And by the way, speaking about standing out, don't be just an insurance agent, for goodness sakes, or don't be just a SEO, or don't be just social media person. Don't be something that makes yourself stand out, be unique to the public. You know, not bagging on college kids that have graduated, but they're all learning the same thing. They come from the same school. They're not learning anything different. So they're giving you the same stuff that the tired old professor's giving you, who probably is not ranked out. He probably still ranks on AOL and uses Ask Jeeves for his business and stuff. And the old timers know what I'm talking about. Be different. Do something to make yourself stand out. YouTube marketing is how I stand out. Do something to make yourself stand out. More content hacks. You're looking for content. What are people looking for? What are they writing about? And I tell people, go to forums. Go to forums in your industry. Go for your clients. Go to the forums. And then what's the top search in the forum thread that's going on? You know, is it like, well, I need pink petunias for spring, or is it roses or something? I'm, you know, whatever it might be. But the top subject line that's got the most views and most questions and answers, that's the one to use. Go to forums. Nobody does that either. If you do that, again, you're going to get found because people are looking for that. And you put that in your title or in your description, they're going to find you because that's what they're looking for. And somehow in that bouillabaisse of searches, you'll get found in there. This is one of my favorite, absolutely, this is a gold nugget I'm about to give you guys that hardly anybody ever does. I say Google search, but it's not really Google search. It's Google Trends. Get out of that. So Google Trends for keyword searches. And by the way, so I was a senior SEO manager at Dickey's Barbecue Corporation. So, and I got them to go into this way of looking at keywords. And they're like, oh my gosh. So it might take a little, I'm going to show this to you, but it might take a little while to rank. But once it starts ranking your keyword search term in Google Trends, you're above it. You're first in line. Everybody else is like, they're trying to catch up to you because you caught the keyword search term. So you're just an easy mark for me, my friend. I love you to death. You know that. So, so anyway, I'm typing in Bigfoot, and it's going to give the search terms for this. Who doesn't like Bigfoot anyway? So we see a glimpse. We see some graphics here. Now, by the way, I'm posting my mouse over something. There's a free download called Glimpse that you can use, and what it is, it's a Google Trend Enhancer. You're getting to find a little bit more detailed information than what you can find with just Google Trends. Now, they have a free version, which is what I'm using. They also have a paid version, and they both work well. But now you know about that. Let me just click that off. And so where's the interest by region? Mostly in the United States for Bigfoot, then Canada, then New Zealand, Australia, United Kingdom, like that have Bigfoot in United Kingdom. Here's where your gold stands. So on the bottom left, you see something called related topics. Squishmallows is the breakout search term for Bigfoot. Why? I don't know, but there it is. It is a breakout search term, which means it's active, it's hot. It's like, you know, it's like putting grease into a fire. It's just spurting and bubbling and stuff. Then another breakout search is VGTV. It's a topic. First one's a music artist topic. It's telling you that. Expedition Bigfoot TV series, breakout search term, word brain. So it's just going to be 5, but there's actually 19 searches with this. And you try to find a search term that's related that you can use that people will find. And again, if it's a breakout, boy, you're just living large at that point. The first one, that's the number 10, The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then the Bigfoot. I've seen that movie. It's actually really cool. It's not bad at all. It's a neat film. And it's got 3,300%. So another active search term. But that's related topics. Now let's go to related queries on its right-hand side. So we see the man who killed Bigfoot, he killed Hitler and Bigfoot. The man who killed Hitler, then Bigfoot. Again, related queries. But I want to find out more, so I click on that little arrow on the bottom. Bigfoot 2018, the Son of Bigfoot movie, Son of Bigfoot. Again, I've just used Bigfoot as an example, but you'll find search terms that if you grab a hold of it now, you're beating everybody else. They're waiting. They're eating your dust. I'm all about that. So when I showed this to the company I was with, they were like going, oh my God, we can do this with barbecue? I said, absolutely. Change your content a bit in your blog posts. Let's change some content, do some other things. And they started ranking. It took about a month, and they started seeing rankings for some of the search terms that we're using. coming from Google Trends. So it's a great secret sauce tool that, again, people don't think about using for the most part. There's another way to do this. People ask, no, there's no stupid questions.
When you say Google Trends, is that like a separate little software like Google
No,
Trends?
it's just typing Google Trends on your laptop.
Okay.
It's a free Google tool.
Okay.
Yeah, just type it in and they'll give the information. Again, I had Glimpse, which is also a free download, and it gives you like I think 3 free enhanced searches using Glimpse, and it'll automatically attack to your Google Trends. So by using that, again, you're just again head of the game. So you need content, and you want more content, and you don't have time to write, or you might think you might have a subject matter, but it's like, holy cow, I don't know what to write about. So I'm giving you guys a free artificial intelligence tool that will basically help you write the content for yourself. It's called EssayBot. EssayBot, ESSAYBOT. It's essaybot.com. And let me type in Bigfoot again. And you think, well, that's kind of obscure. Then it's going to ask me to write a descriptive essay title or what you will write about. Well, I'm going to write about Bigfoot. So there's a little circle rolling right there. And you can add some more things to it. And you'll see there's a title, then paragraph, and then the third mark on the very top is called Start Writing. And if you wait for that, sometimes you can write on your own on the bottom left. No thanks, I will, or write on my own. Let me just click on write on my own since I'm tired of that circle. Oh, more descriptive title. Bigfoot and Casey. Is it real or a fake? There, that's pretty descriptive. Let's see what happens. People are going to wonder, what do you look like, Casey? That's what they're going to ask. I say, he looks like Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out. He'll be knocking your window one night. Okay, I'm going to move on because I am. And so going through this essay, it's a free artificial intelligence tool. Now, let me defend artificial intelligence, the way of writing. I have 3, this is the free one I always give away, but I have 3 paid versions of it. And it writes the way Google wants, this is the trick. It writes the way Google wants it to be seen. You'll make some adjustments, but it writes the way Google wants it to be seen. A lot of say, well, we want to write good content. Write all the good content you want, waste your time. But this artificial intelligence I use, it's literally, I'm like putting in 4 things and it writes it for me and just reams the stuff. And it's read, it's you can read it. It's not goofy. It doesn't look like it came from a third world country from Fiverr. It's relevant content you can use. And I love it. Now, if you want me to, if I hear yays in the audience, I'll show you my paid version that I use, and I'll type up some stuff. And there we go. That's what I wanted to hear.
So you like it better than Writer?
That's what I'm about to share. I'm going to share Writer. There's nothing I like better than Writer. Okay. But I wanted to share. This is free. EssayBot's for free. It doesn't generally take this long to do. But let me share Writer with you. And Writer is spelled R-Y. Yep. Wait till you see this. So it's RYTR, and it's RYTR.me. This is my favorite stinking software. So I had DFW SEM copy. .me, yes, So I was doing copywriting framework AIDA, which stands for Attention, Interested, Desire, and Action. So the attention is on this. I wrote about the product a bit. Tim is all about hacks, big time, or may event, blah, 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 blah. So the attention is tired of not being able to rank your video or getting views but no subscribers. And I had 3 options to pick here. Learn how to rank videos on YouTube for keywords that dominate your industry. I'm not writing this. This did it. Discover how to use SEO for YouTube and make sales with Google AdWords, which I would take that out. Desire, master the basics of YouTube and SEO at this May event. Action, sign up now at this event and start implementing Tim's favorite hacks. So they give me 3 versions. Attention, we'll learn the top 10 YouTube hacks in this presentation, which I'm not doing that. Interest, SEO is important for your website and YouTube to play a critical role in SEO. Desire, if you want to know the best way to get more views on your videos, click here, you provide a link. And then there's the 3rd version. Tim can help you dominate, and I'm not going to go through all that. But It's in English. I can select the tone. I use enthusiastic, but if I want to do appreciative, assertive, awestruck, it gives you a tone on how you want your writing to be. So if you want to, you know, again, casual or cautionary or compassionate or convincing, it gives you the tones, funny, humble, which I'm not apparently, informative, inspirational. So it's giving you the tone that you want. And then it tells you what type of framework do you want, what type of writing. Do you want it as a blog idea and outline, blog section writing, brand name, business idea pitch? There's a lot of things. There call to action, copywriting frameworks, interview questions, job description, landing page and website copies. It even does ads. It'll write your ad for you too. It gives you meta titles, meta descriptions, SMS and notification, song lyrics. I did that at Dickies. It was a terrible song I wrote about barbecue. It was awful, just awful. You don't want to know it. And I was trying to sing it, and there's no tone to it, so it was terrible. Tagline and headlines, so here's where the YouTube aspect comes in. Video channel description, video idea. Create your own use. So that's under the type of case that you want. Then you just write a little mini paragraph here. How many variants? I always use 3. Creativity level, I want it optimal. You know, they have none, low, medium, high, max, but I always like mine as optimal. I just leave it alone basically at the default. So it writes for me. It literally does. I don't have to go around going, oh my gosh, what?
It's actually pretty cool. You told me about that a while ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't really use it, and I started using it, and it's so much more fun to write.
Yeah, it really does.
Because if you get a block and you're like, oh, this is just not coming to me, you just throw it in there, and then poof.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, try the song lyrics and see how bad that is for you. Yeah, it's awful. The song lyric end is just awful for it.
Would that be your favorite?
Yeah, not mine.
I mean,
Oh, for the writing, absolutely. I have 3, and the reason I always have backup. I tend to like to have backups for whatever I'm doing. Like with the vidIQ, I have a backup from another company for this something similar, but it's a very expensive tool, so I don't ever share that. vidIQ is proper. I've been using it for years. I still use it, but I always like to have backups for my software, like Canva. You know, a lot of people use Canva, but I'll have my backup. I might not find something in Canva but there's another website called Crello, Crello, and they're the redheaded stepchild of Canva. But Crello's won innumerable awards for design, and people never heard of them. But if you try Crello, you may not. There's a lot of elements that cross over with Crello and Canva. But again, there's sometimes I don't find what I'm looking for, so I'll go to Crello and use it. In fact, I don't have to type it up. Anyway, Writer, I wish I was making money on this one. I have an affiliate link, but I'm not going to share it with you guys. Just go to Writer and get it downloaded for yourself. I think you'll like it. It's just, it's won Goopoo awards. It's top end. So let me get out of that. Let me get out of, again, EssayBot. Don't give it a chance. I know it's taken forever to do this, but give EssayBot a chance, because I think you'll like what you're seeing here. All right. Now, a lot of people are scared to get on camera. Boy, they're terrified. It's like speaking. People don't like being up on stage. That's like seeing dentists and speaking in front of people are the 2 biggest fears people have. I have no fear of either one. I don't really care. It's just, I want to go to the dentist, fix my teeth. That's what I want. If I'm speaking in front of an audience, I want to share information. I want to make sure you understand the information. So I'm going to share some tools to make videos. One of them is Screencast-O-Matic. They have a free version and a paid one. Now, I can't type it up because it always defaults to my page, and it's very frustrating. So I'm just have to tell you what it is. So let me see. Well, I'll try again. Let me see here. And why I like it, I'll tell you in a second. It's one of my favorite tools to use ever. So it's a screen recorder and video editor. I like the video editing to it. So let me click on, let's show what the website looks like. I'm doing good on time. So this is what the website looks like. So the free version, I didn't know this, edit for free. I had no idea. That's fantastic. So if you make videos and well, they're using the label at the very end of the videos, you can edit that out and use this tool to edit that, that branding out. keep it as your own. But you can record for free. The record for free gives you 15 minutes with their watermark. And I always suggest to people, if you're going to do this, use the free version at first. Mess around with it. Get familiar with it. And use it on some projects that you're doing yourself, but never for, maybe you could do it for clients, but it's going to have that watermark until you get comfortable with it. And it's really easy. It's very intuitive. It's really easy to use. Once you get familiar with it, it costs like $20 a year to use this tool. And it's amazing. It's fantastic. And I didn't know this aspect. I edit for free, the videos for free. It's really, really cool. Another one I like, let me tell you about it. So in the Screencast-O-Matic, I can show my screen like this, and there'll be like a record button here on the bottom, and I can talk about this whole screen right here. My mouse is traveling over it, and when it's traveling over it, it's like a yellow circle. So I'm able to point things out. You're able to see where my mouse is going to. So if there's something I need to make important that you need to see, I can like really highlight Screencast-O-Matic. You really need to pay attention for this with this yellow mouse that goes around the screen. It's really cool, but you only get 15 minutes and you get the watermark, but it's for free. After you get really familiar with the free version, go to the paid version and start using it for clients, this tool, because then you get no watermark. Your videos go unlimited. You can cover. What I tend to do is I'll sign up for a webinar, and I don't have time to watch it the whole time it's running. So I will set Screencast-O-Matic to capture the webinar. So then I can, once it's done, I can edit out the tail end I missed and download it, and I can watch the webinar at my own free time. Really cool way to catch webinars and stuff. So again, I talked about showing the screen, talk about what's on the screen, pointing things out, and not be seen. A lot of people, again, are scared about being unseen. But if you use this tool, you can actually talk and tell people about things. And you can talk about your business, or you can talk about your industry, or you can talk about another person's industry, or whatever it might be. You can also use it to record yourself, and also use it for webinars. That's another cool aspect of this tool. It'll just shoot you, not the screen, but it'll shoot you, and you can do your webinar and go like, hey, everybody, I'm Chris O'Connor, and I used to be in garage doors, but not anymore. Stugatz. So that's webinars. Then the one I like, the portion I like for it, they do a picture within a picture. So the picture within a picture is like they're going to show the computer screen, but on the bottom right, there'll be a little box on the bottom right, and it's showing you. And the reason I find that really important to do with that, instead of just showing the screen, because I'm creating empathy. I want people to see who I am, who they're talking to, who they're asking questions to, because I'm trying to create a connection. I want that empathetic connection. Once I create that empathetic connection, then it's a lot friendlier. It's not so cold. It's just a screen and you're talking. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think by having that empathy, creating the empathy and bridging that gap, people tend to be a little bit more receptive to what you have to say. So once done, this is the cool part. Once you're done with a Screencast-O-Matic video, whatever you recorded with, you can post it to YouTube. Immediately post to YouTube. No wasting time. No, it'll ask you, do you want to post to YouTube? Yes. Then you can go back and make some edits in the way of keywords and stuff if you do that. Let me keep going here. This is absolutely, Screencast-O-Matic is absolutely one of my favorite tools. I mean, I've got like hundreds and hundreds of videos based on that. Some other video making tools for the scared, Animoto. And this is one of the first video making tools I started using. And all it is basically a slideshow. And people in the more experienced video marketers and stuff, they poo-poo it. And I don't, because I'm generally able to get some really good images. I get good content. I can write some good content, and I can get it to rank. The ones that are so dismissive of these type of things are, they're only seeing the surface. They're not seeing beyond that. I'm about SEO value. I want any form of fashion in the way I can get on page one. Like when I started and I showed the proof of concept, Best Speaker WSEM, I used Screencast-O-Matic, and all I did was just record a single shot of me. I don't speak. There's nothing. It's just a picture of me. And I'm able to rank a picture of me on page one using video. Casey, is it okay if I sit down for a second? Okay. So don't like, when people talk about, that's not the right way to do it, or that's a lazy way of doing it. I'm like, I don't care if it works. If the SEO value is there, then it works. And I'm not ripping anybody off. I'm getting them what they want. There's ways to tell stories by even using the slideshow type of things like Animoto. You can create, I think, unlimited videos with Animoto. And that's a bonus, but they will have the watermark at the very end of the video, unless you pay up a bit. And they give the difference, the 480, 720, and 1080. And that's another thing. So here's my little soapbox about that, the 480, 720, 1080. Yeah, we all want 1080, don't we? Because it looks really good. I've used 720 and never had a problem. I've even used the 480 and never had a problem. The basic with Animoto will give you the 480. If you upgrade, then they want you to go to 720 and then go to 10. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. That's my point. I've never seen a difference made by using the typical 480, 720, and 1080. I'm still ranking, and that's the part that we're all concerned with. We want value there, but there's even filters you can use. They can find online. Let's say your video is 1080. You can find filters online that will make it look like a 720 video for free. So it's like the naysayers and the people that are lazy, you're a lazy marketer. While you're telling me that, I'm going to the bank. So that's important for me. I'd rather make money than listen to people complain and moan and groan about lazy ways to make video. Animoto is a wonderful tool. And the fact is, when you're finished with an Animoto video, you can rank it on YouTube. I'm all about that. I mean, immediately. Once you're done, click a button, it goes to video on your channel. So, holy cow. That ain't lazy to me. You work 5 days making a video. And again, I'm going to the bank while you're waiting on that video to finish rendering. Soapbox over with. Bart's leaving the room. Bart's leaving. Oh. This is a Adobe Express free video maker. Oh boy, this is a good one here, folks. This here's high cotton right here. You're gonna love this. Adobe had a program called Adobe Spark, and you paid like $10-12 a month, and they gave you really good video stuff. Again, it's slideshow type of thing. But the cool thing about using that tool is they give you formatically how to craft a video. A lot of people, how do I make a video? How do I put together? I don't know how to write for this stuff. I don't know how to make a video. I'm not Spielberg. They gave you templates like a hero's journey or, homegrown situation or whatever. They gave you templates and told you how to craft a video. That was so cool. And now Adobe Express, free video maker. Create and edit videos for free using Adobe Express. Online video maker, instantly edit and publish videos to share for any digital destination. So you see YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Create impactful videos instantly with Adobe Express. How to make a video. They're telling you, here's how you do it. Release your creativity for free. That's my second favorite F word, by the way, that has 4 letters in it. I know it's Chris's too. She likes using that a lot. Free. I know. All about free. Trust me. All right. I get in trouble for that one, actually. Let's keep going. Let's supercharge those backlinks. This tool is going to help you propel. This is one of the secret sauces I've never shared with you, Chris. You've asked me a lot of times, like, video and how do I get videos to rank and stuff like that. For the first time ever, I'm actually sharing this. And it's gold. It's called IFTTT. What it stands for if this, then that. A lot of people, they're like these tools I've given you that like Screencast-O-Matic and Animoto, they'll publish it on YouTube, but that's the only place it goes to. So you're getting some authority there by going to YouTube, and that's great. But what would it be like if you could put your video on a bunch of different sites at once at the same time instead of manually, okay, I'm going to put it here and put it here and put it here. But once you post on YouTube, it's going to automatically distribute to these sites on IFTTT. And I'm going to give you my sites that I post to. This what helps me rank very quickly. I post my video onto my channel. Once I post it to my YouTube channel, it's going to distribute automatically to these other ones, which gives me an increased SEO value and backlink value that you can't buy. For the first time ever, I'm doing this. Never done this before because I like this group. But I like Casey because he puts up with my stuff. So that's the main reason. So here's the share. If new public video is uploaded, and this red means YouTube, and you'll see these little marks, these little icons that tells you this is YouTube, that's Bitly. This is YouTube, this is WordPress. That's YouTube, and that's going to Twitter. And it's telling you if a new public video is uploaded, then add a bit link to whatever that may be. But now I'm getting a backlink from Bitly. If a new video, then create a post on your WordPress blog. I'm not writing a blog. I'm not writing anything. I'm just posting the video, and it's going to my WordPress site, and you'll see WordPress. If a new video, then post a tweet at my Twitter handle, the Launch Tim, and there's Twitter. So there's 3 sites right there that I post my YouTube video, and bingo, it goes to those. If a new public video loaded to Facebook Buffer, bingo, it goes to Facebook. It goes to Buffer, actually. Here's one that goes to Facebook. Here's another one that goes to Pinterest. Here's Weebly. You know, I forgot what that one is. Unforgettable Me. Reddit. Blogger. Another Twitter handle that I've got. Delicious. So you see all the ones that are in gray, I haven't done anything with them. But that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. There's 15 sites I'm automatically posting. Once I post to YouTube, it automatically goes out to these other channels. Automatically, which means I get almost a virtual automatic backlink. If it doesn't happen automatically, maybe it takes a day. But I'm getting a huge backlink from these authority sites that Google recognizes as being valued sites that have a high domain authority. And I'm getting rankings because of that. I mean, we saw it, proof of concept I did earlier. Other things that DFW SEM, bingo, page 1. Using IFTTT has been a huge value for me. It costs like, I think, $4 a month. They have a free version, you only get 3 sites. Well, that's kind of wasted. Pay the $4. And if you can't afford that, get a job, flipping burgers. You'll get out of that flipping burger business after a while. Bart, by the way, is still cooking fries. He hasn't learned he's still in the fry cook area, but he's chief fry cook. So I admire that out of him. You're doing a great job, Bart. Keep up the good work. Might explain all those greasy marks you have on the pock marks and stuff, but I know you'll get over it. This is going to help you build authority so Google can index it so it can rank. You might try to link to other sites, which is a good idea. Again, manually, you did that. But if you do it manually, that's going to suck worse than Dinus Robin trying to reach Shakespeare to a 3rd grader. We don't want that. That'd be terrible. Those poor 3rd graders. Post once, it goes out to all these other channels. That's how you make it work. Go to IFTTT and make it work. Connect your YouTube channel to this. There's videos on how to do that. I don't have time to go through that, but that's my tool that I use. There's another site called Ping Farm that's very related. IFTTT is a mass distributor of content that you create. Ping Farm is a mass URL distributor that helps you get indexed in Google faster. I'm using everything I can to get indexed by Google because that, again, it allows me to get found online. Here's what Ping Farm looks like. It's a service which notifies search engines that your blog or website has been updated. All you're doing, and let's say you got 10 URLs, stick them in here in this box. Then you'll see something called mass ping. Click that. And then bingo, it starts to go out to all these other sites. They're lesser known sites, but it's adding value. Again, you're getting backlink resources. And it's telling Google, okay, casey.bigfoot.com is starting to rank now because he backlinked it. He put some pinging in it. And so Google's seeing that his website's starting to rank, or it's out there. So we're going to start ranking it because all these other sites are attaching themselves to it as a backlink. This also goes for your YouTube videos. When you're making YouTube videos, stick the URL in that box. However many YouTube videos you got, whether they're old or new. In your description, you should have a link to your website, not just www.bigfoot.casey.com. It's got to be the HTTPS, then www.casey.bigfoot.com. I'm waiting for him to throw something at me. He's so cool. He's such a good guy. That's where you put your YouTube videos. Put them in this ping farm and stick it in there. And no matter how many videos you got, old or new, whatever. And every few months or a couple of months, you've already done it once, do it again. It's not going to hurt. Just reping the URLs. Doesn't hurt. And you'll see they have a rapid indexer and link checker. I don't do any of that stuff. I let it go naturally. I don't want things to go rapid. I don't want it to raise the attention of Google that, oh my gosh, they're nowhere to be found. All of a sudden they're found. What's happening here? Spamming. No bueno. So there's a site called Giphy. And let me go to that site real quick. I'm going to show how valuable this is. It doesn't really have SEO value, but what it does have is branding value or attention value. And I'll tell you a story about Giphy and how people misuse it for whatever reasons. Again, I'm all about, I want to create creations. I want people to find me. I want to, when you see these GIFs, you don't see like this first one. It's just, a couple of the Celtics and they're happy and you see this and you see that. But where do I go to? Here's a trick about Giphy. Where do I go to? I don't, how do I get found? A million people watch these GIFs, but there's no way that people can see you unless you do this. So I had a picture and I said, thelaunchtim@gmail.com. Put your email address, your contact information, and your GIFs. When Leonard Nimoy passed away, and there was a black and white picture of him, it was just a solo black and white picture. It had like 5 million views by the person that put that up. Now that's 5 million views. And if the guy put the URL of his business or whatever company or whatever his SEO group or is, they had put that URL inside the video, at the bottom of the video, or rather the GIF, people could have contacted him and he could have got business out of it. 5 million views. That's a lot of money being left on the table, folks. I don't like leaving money on the table. So if I publish this on Giphy, and they're going to see, well, I need a tin can and a monkey and beg for getting rankings. That's what you need. But get a hold of me at thelaunchtim@gmail.com. Hint, I'll help you get found. So that's how you can use Giphy for your business efforts, not maybe so much SEO. I just want to give you a different hack. But a lot of people don't put the URL in their GIFs. Start doing that if you use Giphy. And if you have a company that does nationwide stuff, well, winner, chicken dinner. There'll be somebody invariably to find your work and say, well, I want to call Chris. I want to call Casey. I want to call Bart. Maybe he can cook fries for me. So the president, she's just grinning. I'll make fun of you too. Watch out. So we talked about Screencast-O-Matic. Oh, let's go further now. This is when I was at this company and I told them it's not theory, this actually works. So I'm going to explain. I really can't put it together to show, but I'm going to explain the thing. It's I call it the triple combo deal Burger King wishes they had. So I'm going to tell you how to use TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube together to form a partnership to take over the world. So you're going to create a YouTube video. Make sure it's 2 or 3 minutes long. After you publish that video, take a snippet, take a minute out of it. If you got a TikTok account, take a minute out of that video. You might have to edit a bit or something, but put it to TikTok. TikTok will generate followers and viewers and stuff. At the end of that TikTok video, encourage them, if there's a way, and maybe verbally you do it, encourage them, hey, by the way, if you want to see more of what we're talking about in this video, go to Instagram. Same video. All you're doing is editing it. So now you've got a different part of that same video that's on YouTube. It's now expanded to 2 minutes. So I'm saying, hey, go to Instagram. If you like this video, go to Instagram and click like and do whatever, follow us on Instagram. So now you start doing that. At the end of the Instagram, you go like, oh, by the way, if you want to see the whole thing, go to YouTube. Here's the channel, go to YouTube. I've gained followers from TikTok and Instagram, and now they're going to YouTube, which is SEO value to me. And I got followers out the wazoo. When I gave that to Dickies, I said, here's your gold mine. And they were reticent. They finally adopted that. They're like, We got 1 million followers on TikTok. They were like shocked. I'm like, I'm not. That's arrogance and confidence at the same time. But those things work when you think outside the box. And again, I'm always thinking about how can I visualize, how people are drawing the visuals, how can I get optimization, how can I get followers, make a 3-minute YouTube video, first minute TikTok, second, 2 full minutes on Instagram. The third, and when you push people over to the YouTube channel, then you've got people. And if you're selling an affiliate product like I do, that's what I do. And people tend to buy. Easy peasy. So it's not complicated, but you got to have the right editing tools. Get a hold of Casey for that one, seriously. I can't do it. Casey will give his information later. It's not at bigfoot.com. But anyway, but that it's a wonderful way to gain followers on YouTube and to build your authority and brand. So want to reduce bounce rates on your site? Embed a video on your homepage. A lot of people that just put up a static homepage and it's telling you what your business is about, but you got like your bounce rate's like at 80%. Why is that? Because you're not keeping them on your website. Google sees that they're on for 2 or 3 seconds, they move away. Post a video on there. Well, now they're intrigued at what the video is about. So now they're stuck there. That 50 or 90% bounce rate you were getting, if it's a good video, they're going to stick around, and that bounce rate is going to drop, which helps your value and ranking online. Big time. So put a video, embed a video on your homepage. If you're an agency doing that sort of stuff, do it. If you're a solo entrepreneur, if you can do it yourself, do it. If you're just a business, insurance business, whatever, get your SEO person to do it or your website person to do it. Embed the video. Embed the video on your homepage because you want them to stick there regardless. You will reduce your bounce rate by a lot and people will buy from you if you've got a really cool video.
Above the fold, right?
Pardon me?
Above the fold.
Above the fold. Yeah. Yeah. So above the fold means, just in case for the again, so don't know, this is the fold. Anything below that, it's worthless. Google doesn't value anything below that. Anything above it is where the value sticks. Because Google looks at sites from left, and you'll find this out from other SEO people that do these presentations. But Google looks at things from left, going down, and then going to right, and that's usually the X buttons there. But everything above the fold is what has value for SEO purposes in Google's mind. And you want that. You want that. So embed the video because you want them to stay on your homepage. And you do that and it's interesting content. Again, your bounce rate goes down and you might get new followers. You might get new business. And they might buy from you. My contact information. Now I'm going to open up for questions. But my contact info is thelaunchtim@gmail.com. My phone number, I shouldn't give it, but I am. It's 214-699-6952. You can also find me on LinkedIn with Tim Vasquez at the very end of it. And my Facebook business page is facebook.com, The Launch with Tim Vasquez. So those are ways to use YouTube and SEO to help your business out with some, again, these are not very conventional methods I've talked about. A lot of them are very unconventional. A lot of them are hacks, but everything I've given you works. And I gave you absolutely 2 gold nuggets. People also ask when you're searching in Google, use that as your content, and then and do some empathetic marketing. Use the screencast-o-matic and use the picture within a picture so I can talk to you. I don't see you, but I'm creating a bridge. You get to see who I am. I like you. You look trustworthy. Shame on them for trustworthying me, but but they see that, and that bridges the gap. I'm real big about empathetic marketing. So, a couple of other things. If you're looking for images to put, let's say you get Animoto or you're using or something like that, something similar to Animoto, and they give you stock libraries, but you might find something that doesn't really fit what you're looking for, then go to Pixabay or Pexels. And it's free images that are HD. And you can use those for your videos. It's wonderful. It's a great tool. I'm really more of a digital marketer now than anything else, but my industry with a lot of people, we use those images from Pixabay and Pexels, Pexels. They have videos you can insert in there and they're free. It's free. So anyway, that's it. I'm done. That's it. I got nothing left. I'm voiced out.
Wow.
Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. And I'm here to help.
Been looking online. Do we know if we have questions?
There's not. You can ask them if they have questions.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, people. Yeah, if you're online, they're monitoring this. So you have a question from people that are online. Parenthetically ask, and I'll be glad to answer what I can. I really don't mind, and whatever I can do to help, I'd love to help you out and give you some ideas and stuff that you can use for your value.
You had to choose between suggested search. at the
But I'm
top.
going to sit down if you don't mind.
The searches on the bottom, the related searches.
Right.
Or Uber suggest. Which one would you go after?
The first one's Google, always first. I'll use the drop downs first. That's always the thing I do. The drop downs are first that are related to what I'm looking for, because they may say something like, how much does a digital marketer make at Kmart? Well, that doesn't fit with what I'm doing, so I'm going to scratch that off, even though people are searching for it. Now, there's ways to use that search term for your value, and I'll tell you that in a second, but that's not related to what I'm doing. So I'll use the drop downs. Then I always go to related searches next. Before I go to the middle section where people also ask, I always go to related searches at the bottom. And by having that Uber suggest, it's going to give you numbers that Google took away. But using Uber suggest, it's telling me how many people are searching for it, what the volume is. That's important for me, because I don't want to try to I can rank a worthless keyword. That's no value to anybody except Google. So here's where I call it kind of negative keywording. So it's like what a digital marketer makes at Kmart. Well, you would think that doesn't work for you. In your blog post, right? Like, well, I'm not really the guy to talk about digital marketing at Kmart. I've used that same keyword search term, but I turned it around because I'm not talking about that. You may be asking, but I'm not the one talking about it. So all of a sudden I'm getting found online, which again, it's like, oh, well, he doesn't talk about it. That's okay. But they're going to like what I'm writing about something else. So when people dismiss keywords, and it's funny to me when they do, I said, reword your content to make it fit for you. It's like, I don't do Kmart digital marketing. That's the same thing. Google sees that as the same thing, but you don't do it. But they're there for a reason. And now you've got them to your website. They may find something that they like that you're doing. And so now you've captured them by using these keywords that are totally unrelated to you. That are related, but something you won't put, like digital marketing, Kmart. Nobody the hell is going to look for you for that, but somebody may be. So whatever keyword search term that's a negative, turn it into a positive. Don't think, oh, it doesn't work. It does. You just got to think outside the box. How can I rephrase this keyword search term to fit my value? Very important. I don't like losing. I'll do whatever I can to win, and that's a way to win. I'll take that search term, and whatever it means, and turn it into my favor, and I win. Not every time, because Chris arm wrestles me down. I'm like, I can't. Oh, okay, you win, Chris. You win on that keyword. Great question, though. I appreciate that. Anything online, Casey? I didn't ask you, Bart. I was asking you.
So, I
kidding.
actually did know about the IFT.
Yeah, IFTTT.
And I looked at it probably 10 years ago.
Right.
And never did anything with it because it was so confusing.
Yeah.
So basically, it looks much simpler, but you have to connect all the sites, or they.
Okay, so that's the laborious part. So again, I got a YouTube channel, and I got a URL for that YouTube channel. What I tend to do is this: I'll take $50 out of my pocket, and I'll put an ad in a college newspaper or even high school, and say like, "Can you meet me on Saturday afternoon at Starbucks? I got a gig for you. Anybody looking to just do this type of work?" So I said, create these accounts for me. I'm going to give you here's my Gmail account. Create these accounts for me that I need. At the end, when you're finished, call me. Hiring a college student, it could be $25. I don't really care what it is. Hire them to do the grunt work for you while you're out, shopping, or you're the Katie Troll drinking beer. Then when you're done, you can go back to them and go like, hey, we did the work. Great. Here's your $50. And by the way, you did such a great job in 2 hours because you check everything. Let me spliff you a little bit more. You give them a gift card, like let's say it's $50 total. So you give them 25 in cash. The other 25 you put in a gift card for like Chili's or TGI Fridays or whatever it might be. And you give them that gift card. So now they got money for date night. Important for college kids. And they love it. I do that all the time. I hire college kids to do that manual labor for me. So they'll create the accounts. Here's my accounts. This is what I want created. Do that. Here's 25 cash. Here's $25 gift card. And now they're big timing it. Now $50 nowadays will get you a meal at McDonald's and you still owe them. But you get the point. Yeah, I don't want to do manual labor. I'll hire somebody else to do it.
And I like that ping farm for the URL that YouTube channel. I tested on one of my friends' YouTube channel.
Yeah, and sometimes now with that, it doesn't mean automatic rankings. Let me make these things
Improve what it is doing.
right. It'll absolutely do that. And let me make this clear to everybody. Like my value of doing myself. And I was like on page 1 for all these different search terms I showed at the very beginning of the presentation. It's like I know how to do certain things which I don't share, but the things I gave you will help you. It won't happen overnight, but it'll help you within a few days. You'll probably be ranking. Maybe in a week you might be ranking, but it'll work. It works. What I've given you works. I just have techniques that I'm not selling to anybody because I can do what I can in hours instead of days or something. I'm very arrogant about that. Very arrogant, right? And you smile at me. That means yes. She didn't want to say yes. So anyway, yeah. But if you do what I'm telling you, you'll guaranteed to rank. Your blog posts will increase. Your presence will increase. Using IFTTT is just an amazing value for you. If you end up buying Rytr, RYTR, you're going to find that is probably the most valuable software writing tool you'll come across. SABot's a good tool, but Rytr's just amazing. It's been getting accolades all over the place.
It's improved quite a bit over the last
Yeah.
years. I wasn't a fan a year ago, but I sure am now.
Yeah. There's other tools that do that sort of stuff, but for me, hands down, Rytr's you'll hear a site called Jarvis.
Uber suggests has to be AI.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Dennis Yu, who's a friend of this group, world-renowned marketer and digital marketer and SEO marketer and social media marketer. He uses a tool called Jarvis. And I've tried Jarvis, and I'm not as much of a fan of Jarvis. And I'm not putting it down. I'm not putting Dennis down. But I'm saying that it's not as intuitive as Rytr is. If you want to do that right with artificial intelligence. And again, with artificial intelligence, there's websites that are being made artificial intelligence, like bookmark.com. I absolutely love bookmark.com until they changed some of the values. You used to be able to get 3 free websites using bookmark.com, and it literally in 5 minutes would make your website for you that looks like a $10,000 website. Now they give you like 14 free days. After 14 days, they're going to try to push you to buy a product, but it's only $15 a month. And they'll host it and put your own URL, or they'll buy one for you, but they own it. Once you stop paying for it, they own it. And then it's like, well, then you're like, I don't really like that. So if I'm paying for it, I own it. But they do know if you want a website real cheap and easy, go to Bookmark. Another one to use is Site123. It's literally the number Site123 will build you a website, and you can embed your videos onto that. So that's another cool tool. Again, for me, it's about backlinking experience, and I've embedded my videos on page 1s of those sites. And if I'm building up that backlink juice, I'm building up SEO juice, then my video is going to rank for that by using these parasite sites. It's not a bad term, but we call it parasite sites. Like Wix, it's a parasite site. You know what? I'm going to share one more. I'm going to share one more gold nugget. And it's something, again, a lot of people don't do. So we're friends, right? We're friends. So you and I can talk about this, right? Go to Google Sites and Google Blogger and embed your videos onto those sites. Create a Google site and a Google Blogger. The backlink juice you're going to get from those 2 sites, because Google loves Google, don't they? Very incestuous. And by doing that, it's telling Google that your video is important. You might write a sentence like on your Google site, like, I'm an insurance agent in Grand Prairie, Texas, and I do a pretty good job, blah, blah. Click on this video if you want more information. They click on that video, you get a backlink from an authority site that's astronomical. Same content could be used for Google Blogger, Google site, the same thing. That is gold nugget 24 karat, no turning the neck green stuff. You know,
You said Google Sites?
sites, huh? SITE.
Yes.
Yeah, and Google Blogger. A lot of people don't use Google Sites for any of the backlinking or content. Again, if you're putting the right type of keywords in these sites, and if you put a video into these sites, again, you're asking for backlinks that you can't buy because people are paying hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of dollars to get backlinks from these authority sites. What gets more authority than Google? Hardly anybody. Wikipedia. You know, how much time do I have left, Casey? Whenever I'm going to keep talking until the cows come home in the morning.
No.
No, I'll keep talking, but you guys can probably go. But yeah, use Google as some of your backlinking source, Google Sites and Google Blogger. That will also help you out with your backlink stuff. And again, it's not just backlink, but again, it's backlinking into the videos to raise the authority for your videos. Because for me, it's all about YouTube and SEO. It's one and the same to me. People go to YouTube for entertainment or information. I'm more the informational guy, you know, and I want, and for my clients, it's more about informational. You know, I've got to get them ranked online. It's important for me to do that. And what I tend to do is what I showed earlier is a proof of concept. You know, you guys had no idea I outrank DFW SEM. I'm on page 1 for you guys, and I outrank it, and it took me 2 hours.
I guess we gotta take your lessons and use it for ourselves.
Well, I'm the guy you got to watch, but I'm the type of person you got to watch out for. You know, like, because you might find there might be a deadbeat like me, and I'm just talking in general for everybody in the room, not just DFW SEM, but the people in the room. People like me will overtake your business. You're working for a client, you're going to get pissed off because one day they're going to see my page, my picture on page 1 of Google for your business. I'm the guy you watch out for. Don't be that business to let somebody like me outrank you. You got to stay diligent to it. You got to, you know, read books. And oh my God, reading. Oh my God, everybody's scared of that. I pick up things all the time, so I can stay ahead of the game because I'm an old man. You know, I've got to, you know, fight with these college kids. I mean, Casey's getting great. It's frightening. Yes, sir.
It's not go on about the literacy of the country, but
Yeah.
So Google Sites, like, would you talk from the point of view of like creating a Google site about your own business and point it to your own website?
Yeah. You can do that. Absolutely, you can do that.
Or as a pseudo child business. I mean, because let's say I'm running a plumbing business,
Right.
And now I create, I don't know, a plumbing website in Google Sites.
Yeah.
I don't have to represent myself as being the same entity as the plumbing business, right?
No.
And there's no flags. As long
No.
as I'm not like
Google doesn't flag Google. They don't flag each other.
basically blockade a search like.
No. I've never had a problem ever.
Oh, I see light bulbs going off in
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a great question. Well, as soon as you started your question, I knew what you were thinking. Again, it's SEO. It's all about SEO. And if you're writing content for SEO for these child sites, it's okay as long as it's redirecting back up to your main site. But that's the reason I like using videos, because the authority in YouTube videos, second to none. If I'm putting them on another Google site, I've doubled my value. I've doubled my search value at that point. They're not going to find. They may find my Google site, and that happens. But I don't bank on that to make my business. I bank on that as a backlink. I'm getting an amazing backlink source by using Google Sites and Google Blogger. That's my main value for it, because it helps increase the value of my video. Sound like I'm a FUD there, didn't I? So anyway, yeah, but you're on the right track. Using that just for other than videos is an amazing way to get found online. It's Google Sites and Google Blogger, and they're super easy. And in fact, Google Sites has just changed some algorithms, and so making a site through Google Sites is a lot easier now. They were looked at as like a, you know, redheaded stepchild. No, okay, you're in the room. We see you. All right, quit crying. We'll give you some food. And it's sad because Bart's redheaded, and you know he's always been treated that way, but he's over that now.
Microsoft has their own sites. Do they have good backlink time?
Yeah, yeah. As long as it's not a disreputable site, like if you use a porn site or a gambling site, no. But Microsoft is fine. Absolutely. Bing, that's Microsoft, we're talking about there, but absolutely. It's about redirection. It's about content value. And so let me explain something about content real quick. I'm the antithesis of SEO. This rubs people the wrong way, but it works for video the same way. I don't write for people. I don't. I write for Google because if I wrote for people, nobody's going to find what I'm writing about because I'm going to write the way I want to write and have these flowery phrases and I don't write third grade level. I write eighth grade and above level. And so it's hard for people to read my stuff. But when I'm writing for Google by using keywords, you get 3 keywords for every 100 words you put in. I write that way. Then the people find my projects. Then they find my stuff because I'm using keywords that they're looking for. That's the reason I'm saying go to forums, use Google Trends. Nobody uses Google Trends for keyword searches. I do. And I put them in my videos. And I'm ahead of the game. When it breaks out, then I'm on top of the page. I'm beating you because my video's ranking for that keyword that's in Google Trends. So, but yeah, put it in your blog post too. Whatever you get value from, do it like that. It's very unconventional. I'm the antithesis, again, of SEO in that regard. Well, write for Google or write for people. They're not going to find you. Write for Google. They will find you. All this artificial intelligence writing services that are out there, they've captured the Google algorithm for what Google's looking for. So you're writing for Google in that regard. So now you get found because these artificial writing things, they're writing for Google. They want you to get found from Google. They're writing the way Google sees things. That's how artificial intelligence works. So that's a winner for me. And that's the reason I got tools for that. I don't have to work at it. I just click a button. I want it to be compassionate. My content is compassionate. Or write a song. I'm telling you, if you go to writer and have to write a song, oh my gosh, it's awful. I will say that's awful. I wrote about barbecue and it's terrible. Try to sing with barbecue in your work and everything. Yeah, but that's a great question though, but it goes deeper than what you just said. Again, think about the fact you're getting a backlink. You didn't think about that. You're just thinking like this is a baby side, child side. No, it's again SEO value for your videos. Embed the videos inside Google Sites and Google Blogger, and they're free to use for goodness sakes. Use that same $50 method to a college student. I need you, put this. Here's the tool. Put some stuff together. Here's $25 cash.
That's effectively a reciprocal linking and a linking farm that you can start creating.
Yeah.
All through Google.
Yep.
Wow.
Nobody thinks like that, do they? Okay. Nobody thinks like that.
And that's what Google Plus was for.
Do what?
That's what Google Plus was for.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So let me give you guys another tip, and this goes to, it's not Google My Business anymore. It's the profiles, but still Google My Business. So here's a hack. I know it's off subject, but I'm on a roll. So put butter on me. I'm on a roll right now. So when you go to the page of Google and you look to the far left of that of the Google My Business or profile, whatever it is, and you scroll down a bit, you'll see something called website. You won't find it above the fold. Find it below the fold. Once you find it below the fold, you can create a free website using Google Business for your own business. You get a free website. And this is, here's my rant. The reason I brought this is because of my rant. I spoke to a business group here in the Dallas area not too long ago. And this one guy goes like, well, I got a website. And if they don't like the website, they just move on. I don't want their business so they don't like my website. And there's not one single person I haven't told this to that hasn't had their mouth drop. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, and I'm telling you why I'm telling you this Google My Business thing about having a website up. I said, so who gave you this wonderful bit of information? My wife. I'm not putting this down, but I'm saying I said, so how long has she been a marketer? How long has she been doing digital marketing? Well, she was an accountant for a bank for a long time. And now she's doing my marketing. Watch out for that, ladies and germs. Watch out for that because you don't want that. But the reason I'm bringing this up, because I want value. I want as many websites as I can use possibly to get found. And if I'm using a Google business page I'm going to call it business because I'm still old fashioned that way. And if I make a website out of using the Google My Business page, and in 3 clicks, you got a new website. Is it going to bring the cows and the dogs and the cats and rainbows and leprechauns coming to your doorstep? It's not going to happen immediately. It happens in due time. But you can start promoting that Google My Business page website and putting that in embed inside the Google sites. And again, it's a bit of a pyramid, it's a bit of a link farm sort of thing. But this one is completely legitimate. You might hear about link farms and stuff, and some of them are so bad, they're awful, and you can get penalized big time. But if you're interlinking with Google, Google loves Google. Yeah. So that's my tip. Google Sites and Google Blogger will really help you out a lot. Again, will it be overnight success? No, it'll be gradual success. Use IFTTT also, because they do have in IFTTT, there's some Google properties they have in there also. All this helps my rankings. All of it.
It seems like it's just my thought. It's like that at first, like all the writing software would be like great adoption.
Yeah.
And the people who adopt and don't, are going to start winning more and more.
Right.
People who don't.
Right.
Then you need to find a way to stand out. So people,
Right.
So the writing software that is copying what's working is going to suddenly stop working. You won't know when someone says, "Okay, well, everyone's doing it. We need to innovate." Right?
No. Fair question, but it won't because it's all because.
I'm not saying that the writing software individual as a whole.
Right, but I don't think again, great question. I don't think that'll be the case though, because of the fact it's tied in with Google. Artificial intelligence mirrors things and they see things, how things are going. So artificial intelligence will go that way. As long as Google keeps changing, and they do with algorithms and all the penguins and lollipops and and bears and trees and stuff like that. As long as they keep changing, artificial intelligence will keep changing. The writing will keep changing to make it more adaptable for Google. Great question, though. If you have a bears and trees website, I'm sure you'll make money because they're hunting for honey. Casey, I'm just waiting for you to give me the finger to say shut up. So, but I can keep talking. Yeah, I was going to say we probably have time. Again, thank you, everybody. Everybody in the room, I appreciate it. I've been wanting to do this group for 5 years, and I'm so excited. And I'm blessed that I can, hopefully my information wasn't too obscure or you didn't like me. I hope you did. But if you come in online, I really appreciate it also. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, thelaunchtim@gmail.com. Not the lunch, the launch. I get that. People get confused with that. Launchtim@gmail.com. I'll get back in touch with you. I do 20-minute free consultations. My website to do that's down. So I'm fixing that. But anyway, I'll do 20-minute free consultations. And if it helps your business, I'll be glad to. And anyway, thank y'all. Really appreciate it.
All right.
Ooh.